everybody, it's Elizabeth from Fern Creek Stickers, and I'm back for another weekly plan with me. I'm going to be planning the week of February 28th, so the first week of March, just barely in February. And if you saw my video last week, you saw my kit lineup. So I'm going to be using the celebration kit, which is the birthday kit, because this week is my birthday. So I've got this kit here, and I did, if you watched my plan with me's from a while ago, you know that I used to pre-print my habits on these bottom boxes, and I've gone back to doing that. This is a huge help for me, and not having to write them out all the time. And so I really like having them all pre-printed out, and especially I picked habits to focus on for the whole month of March, so I was able to put the same habits down for the whole month, and I also made different ones for the weekends. The only thing you'll see, I guess next week, I regret not personalizing them for spring break, because over spring break I'm not going to be focusing on a lot of these things, but that's okay. I'm pretty proud of myself for getting this far with getting the habits all ready for the month. It feels really nice to have all the kits pulled, because I really had never gotten all of my kits pulled for my daily duo before. I would just go get them right when I needed them. So that feels quite nice. Nope, tweezers are there. Okay, so this is going to be the 28th. So yeah, so like usual, I will go through and lay down my base and kind of chat with you, and then I'll go back in and add in what is going to be happening on each day. So this is the last week before spring break, and I am looking forward to spring break, although I can't believe the semester has already flown by this fast. I can't believe that we are almost at spring break at this point. So I'm filming this on Sunday, the 27th right now, and one kind of funny thing that happened, we went to Atlanta yesterday to see my mother-in-law. I'd mentioned that she had an accident, and we just wanted to see her and see how she was doing and cook dinner and do anything we could to help. So we went to Atlanta yesterday, and they live in the Atlanta suburbs, and since we were going to Atlanta, shoot, and I'm realizing now, I need to make myself more custom scripts. So these are going to be unlabeled for now. I will go back and add scripts over these later, but I need to make myself more scripts, and I was going to do that today, and I totally forgot. So over spring break, I will make myself more stickers. So anyway, we went to, oh yeah, also you can see here, this is always real life. I have not done my March view yet, and here's all the sticky notes that get stuck in the meantime while I am figuring things out. So anyway, so we went to Atlanta yesterday, and so they live in the Atlanta suburbs, and I wanted some things from IKEA, and the IKEA in Atlanta is like in downtown Atlanta. It is very downtown, which kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't make sense. Obviously, for people who live in downtown Atlanta, it's a great location, but it's a little bit of a pain to get to otherwise. It's not awful on a weekend to get there, but still going to IKEA. I love going to IKEA, but going to the Atlanta IKEA is not my favorite thing in the world. So there were some things I wanted, and I should get them set up over spring break. So you'll see very soon my new and improved filming setup, where I am not moving my piece of paper around, where my camera is not shaking because it's attached to the table. There's gonna be all kinds of good things coming soon, but I wanted some tables. I'll do a full office tour eventually, and you'll see, but I'm gonna have 2 long tables on one side of my office that will be essentially like craft tables, and so it will have a spot set up where I can film, but also just room for doing crafts and stuff, because right now I sit on the floor when I wanna do things, and I wanna be able to have things spread out and just have a place where I can keep craft projects out and work on stuff and do planner stuff. So I wanted these tables from IKEA, and I really couldn't find anything like them anywhere else. So I really wanted the IKEA ones, but making a trip to IKEA just did not sound like fun. So I looked, and they were available for delivery, because I think anybody who's tried to shop at IKEA in the last year has known that stuff is just in and out of stock so much, and it's really hard to get what you want. So they had what I wanted. It was available for delivery to my in-laws' house, and the delivery fee was definitely worth it to me to not have to go to IKEA. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay for a delivery. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get my stuff. And it got delivered first thing yesterday morning before we actually got there. And so when we got there, the first thing I did was check to make sure that I got all the right stuff. Now, fortunately, yes, I did get what I needed, but I also got extras. So I got stuff for 2 tables. So it's 2 tabletops and then 4 legs and then 2 sets of drawers. So I ordered 4 legs and IKEA delivered 4 boxes of 8 legs each. So they gave me 32 legs instead of 4 legs. And which is just, it's just kind of hilarious because it's laughably so many. Like if they'd given me 4 extra legs, it was like, okay, I could do something with this. I could, you know, I'd figure out something for this, but there is no way that I'm gonna use 28 extra legs. Like what am I ever gonna use 28 extra table legs for? So that was just kind of laughable. And especially, and it's not cheap too because the legs were $25 each. So the extra 28 legs is $700 of legs. So I'm gonna call IKEA and see. It's one like, I don't want to just take all these, keep them and like sell them online. I don't feel great doing that, but at the same time, I'm not going to drive to the Atlanta IKEA to return these. That is just not worth it. So if they will send me a shipping label so I can mail them back, I will happily mail them back. But it's one where I feel bad because, yeah, but it's their mistake, but I want to make it right, but I'm also not going to spend a few hours to make this right. That was not my problem. But again, just pretty hilarious that I got so many extra legs for my tables. But anyway, my parents are coming for the first part of spring break, so they'll be getting here on Friday, and they're going to help us with some house projects, and including they'll help the table with the drawers underneath will take some work to get all the drawers and stuff assembled. So get some help from my parents with some things like that. We've got a few other house projects that things that we need to do. Like we still don't have any towel bars hung up, which is 100% on us because we just never picked out the towel bars before our builder finished stuff. Otherwise they would have hung them up. So I need to get those ordered this week, and that'll be a good project that my dad can help with. So it'll be nice to have, my parents are happy to help with things. So we'll definitely do some relaxing stuff too. And they're coming from Chicago, and it's way warmer here in Alabama than it is in Chicago right now. So we'll do some hiking and outdoor stuff and some relaxing stuff too. But it'll also be nice to have some extra hands to help us out with things. But I'm really looking forward to getting my tables in my office assembled. And then my home office is actually gonna be pretty close to being done. And it'll probably be the first room in the whole house that I'll be like, okay, this is actually done. The other big thing is my father-in-law is making me some shelves for my birthday. So I won't have those. He made me a prototype. When I told him I wanted these, he made a prototype like the next day. So he was really fast on the prototype, and then it was my fault because he said, how many do you want? And what color do you want them to be? And then I took a long time getting back to him on that. So once I get those shelves, once he makes the shelves and I get them from him, and get these tables assembled, my office is gonna be pretty much good, which I didn't expect. In my mind, there were a few other things I was gonna do, but when I got the furniture I already had in here, I actually really liked how it worked. So that was kind of a nice surprise. The long-term thing that I'll wanna do is I have a standing desk right now that's a stationary standing desk. So if I wanna sit down, I just have a tall chair I have to sit at. And I would like to get a sit-stand desk that's motorized eventually. I have one of those in my office at work, and I really like it. So, and that was one too where I thought like, oh, that's gonna be an immediate purchase. I'm gonna get that right away. But then it's like, I really don't mind the stationary standing desk. There are other things I would rather get first. Like, our dining room is totally empty right now because we don't have a dining room table, and we'd like to be able to have some larger groups over. So I would much rather get furniture that we don't have at all than upgrade some stuff we already have. So yeah, so my office is coming together pretty nicely, which is great because this is a room that I spend a lot of time in. And yeah, I'm way too excited about these tables, but I just haven't had a lot of craft space I don't know, for a long time. I mean, I guess I really haven't had a designated craft space like ever since I moved out of my parents' house. just because I've lived in pretty small apartments, and you know, if I wanted to work on a craft project, I would move stuff around and make it work, but I never, like, I'd always, if I was working on something, it would be on the kitchen table. So then if, you know, I couldn't just leave stuff out. So I'm really excited to have that space where I can just leave stuff out that I'm working on and not have to put things away all the time. And that's going to be very nice. Okay. So I've been reading, in my book club, we've been reading this book called How Long Till Black Future Month, and it's really good. It's a collection of short stories, and in our book club, we've read a few collections of short stories, and I really do like short stories, and especially they're like sci-fi fantasy short stories, which is so interesting because you get this little dive into a world, and there's so many of the stories where you're like, oh, I would read a whole novel set in this world. So it's been a really good collection of short stories, and a lot of short stories that just like leave you thinking about them afterwards, which I think is something short stories can really do, because again, you get so immersed in something so quickly, and there's not always maybe all the resolution you want. So the stories really stay with you. So I have been enjoying that book quite a bit. All right, so now I've got the base down, so I will go back and start filling in day by day. Okay, so starting with Monday, I don't use my planner very much on the weekends. So as you can see, I have not filled in anything for today, and that is totally fine. Okay, so Mondays are one of my busy days. I guess Wednesdays are my busier day. So I'm going to have class at night. I'm going to do this from the bottom up. Why not? Have class. And then I've got at 11, I have my annual review meeting. And this is one of the things that I like about being a professor, but makes it not for everyone, is that, like, nobody checks in on how I'm doing all year, except for my annual review. I just have to, every year by annual review time, I have to do what I need to do, and the rest is on me. And I really like that, but it means that this is not for everybody, because that doesn't work out very well for everyone. And then I have office hours, like, what time are my office hours? They are 3 to 4:30. Okay, so that's what I've got on Monday. And I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing recently too, where I go and I'll speed up putting in the to-dos at the end, because that's not quite as interesting. Then on Tuesday, oh, and the other, shoot. This is why having my scripts, my custom scripts helps, because then I look at my scripts and I remember that there are things that I needed to do. So for my workout, I'm looking and seeing, I didn't grab quarter boxes, which I usually use for my workout. I will just write it in, and that will be fine. Okay. So then Tuesday, I actually don't have anything scheduled all day Tuesday, which is great. That'll be a really nice day to get some stuff done. I will go running on Tuesday morning, and then for dinner, we'll have sweet potato burritos, which I feel like we have a lot, but it's a favorite, and we've got tortillas, so left over from something else, so we might as well do it. And I will put in a reminder that I will need to, those are in the crock pot, so at lunchtime I will need to start the crock pot. Okay, well, that's pretty easy for, oh, and I guess I will go ahead and put in my social media. So this plan with me will go up on Tuesday, and then I'll show a view of my daily duo on Instagram. Then Wednesday, let's see, I have Bible study at noon, and I'm excited. I've got some acrylograph pens that I just got from Archer and Olive that are really nice. They were on sale. I've been eyeing them for a while and they went on sale, so I picked them up. And my Bible study, I don't know if I've actually talked about this, it's a like Bible journaling study, and I'm really excited to be able to use my new acrylograph markers at Bible study on Wednesday. And then I've got office hours. And I have my directed study. So that's what I've got scheduled on Wednesday. Oh yeah, and then this is actually, Wednesday is my birthday. So Brian will have some kind of birthday dinner. I think we'll probably get takeout from a favorite place, but I will find out. It's gonna be a surprise. And then I will start sneaking the kits, the May kits, because those get released on Saturday. So that is Wednesday. Then Thursday, have a meeting at 2. Oh, and I forgot my workout on Wednesday, didn't I? I'll do weights on Wednesday and run on Thursday, and then I have small group on Thursday night, and the leader of our small group has a really nice screened-in porch at our house, so we've been kind of alternating between, we were meeting on Zoom when it was too cold, but last week it was finally warm enough we could go back to the screened-in porch, so hopefully we'll be able to do that in person again this week. And then for social media, on YouTube, I'm gonna have a video with my monthly and weekly action items in my Moxie Life Planner, showing how I break down goals. And then on Instagram, I will be posting the next May kit. Then Friday, my goal is to mostly take Friday off and get my spring break started. I do have a meeting. My computer just went to sleep with my cheat sheet. I have a worksheet that I fill out for myself to prep for the plan with me's, and sometimes I print it out and sometimes I just look at it on my computer, and my computer went to sleep. Okay, let's see. So I have a meeting on Friday, but other than that, I'm gonna hopefully, if I get everything else done, that's my motivation to get everything else done so I can kickstart my spring break, because realistically, students aren't gonna wanna meet with me. I'm not gonna be getting a lot of emails. Might as well get things started. So I've got that meeting, and I will go running in the morning. But that's what I've got scheduled. And then, oh yeah, and then for social media, so you'll hear it here first. I am excited. I have 4 kits coming out for May. My assistant Danielle, she's a student and her semester isn't as busy as she thought, so she's had more time. So I've been able to keep the boundaries on my time that I needed to establish, but we're still gonna be able to release 4 kits. But 2 of them are in a condensed format. So there's not as many options, but there's gonna be 4 kits. I'll be showing those on Friday. And then on Saturday, I will have a YouTube video with the new releases as a bonus video. And I will show the May washi tape on Instagram. And I was just so busy talking to you, I put all my dividers down, even though I don't divide up my to-do list, or I don't need a work divider on the weekend, but that's okay. Because there's nothing scheduled for the weekend. My parents will get here on Friday, so I think that's what I have scheduled for the week. So now I'm gonna go back and write in my to-dos, and I will speed you through that and catch up with you in a moment. that is everything that I have for my week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a good week ahead of you, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.